Hey guys, it's Darren. Welcome to the latest episode of Everything Watches, Bicycles, Sales, and of course, New York City. Today we're going to cut right to the chase. We're going to do a more in-depth version, a more in-depth review of this watch. I think it's pretty clear what it is. Rolex's DeepSea Sea-Dweller. This is the James Cameron edition with the really cool blue face. This is going to be very brief. I want to talk about the wearability of this piece because I will tell you, if I had listened to the pundits, none of whom had any ulterior motives, it's not like these guys had any agenda in place, but if I had listened to everything I had read online in the videos that I saw from watch reviews, I would not only have not bought this, I would have not considered buying it. I wouldn't have looked at it. It wouldn't have even made it to my long list of potential watches when I knew I was going to buy my first Rolex. It really would have just been too big. Now, one thing to keep in mind as you're watching this, guys, I have small wrists. I have a 7.25-inch wrist. So we're not talking anything big here, and it's a 20 millimeter bracelet. The case is big. It's a 44 millimeter case. One of the big things, I'll get this as best I can here, is the thickness of the case, which of course is integral to the watertight nature and the 3,900 meter water resistance that it's rated for. It's 17.7 millimeters thick. So it is a deep, deep, deep case. And I'm going to tell you, that's, as I said, the purpose of this today is just a couple of minutes to look at the wearability of this piece. Now, I'm going to meet with Tristano, who is, of course, the master behind the Urban Gentry channel. And he's going to do a review of this with him and Federico. And Federico, of course, who does Federico on watches. So hopefully pretty soon we'll get their perspective on it too. And of course, it's going to be a full review. You know how those guys are. Once they get something, they're gonna break down every element of it. Tristano is a little bit of a smaller guy. I understand. I've never met him, but he does have a challenge wearing bigger watches. I probably would say he's probably a 40 millimeter guy. Now Federico is a little bit bigger guy. So it'll be interesting to see how those two gentlemen wear this and what their feelings are. A very important element to this is you can see, I don't have the circulation cut off, but if you like to wear your watches loose, this is the wrong piece to do it with. It is unbelievably heavy. I'll get you a weight on it when I do the full review, but it's very heavy. And it was, until I had the sizing done, and of course I bought this from Vlad at Big Watch Buyers here in Manhattan, and we really struggled because I told him I like to wear my watches tight, and he said that's actually a good thing when we were talking about this. Unless you have a very, very big wrist, this is not going to be a watch that you're going to be able to wear a few millimeters too big. You do need it secure because it's a lot of mass. I think that if you like to wear your watches loose, it could be like a dump truck out of control going down the highway. So I just wanted to take a couple minutes today and just really show folks the wearability and the non-dominant presence that this has for a piece that is this big, that is this heavy, that is this, I don't want to say maligned because I don't think anyone is saying it in a bad way, but it is spoken about in a way that people will tell you how big it is. And I think that you have to have they'll tell you how you have to have a certain physical stature to wear this. Guys, I'm 6'4", so I'm very tall, but I'm not a big guy. I weigh 190 pounds. I wear short sleeves all the time, especially now in the summer. So, this is something that does stand out on my wrist, don't get me wrong, but in no way does it dominate in a way that's over the top. In no way does it not work for me, where I feel like I notice it disappears, which I think is a wonderful compliment you can give to a piece this big. So I hope that was a few minutes to give you some confidence that if you're not considering this as part of your next watch purchase, and you're not considering it only because of the size and all the things that you hear, then you know what? Put all those things aside, get to your dealer, and try the darn thing on. I live in Manhattan, and I am absolutely happy to entertain folks. If you want to, go out and have a drink and put this on and see how it feels, the drink's going to be on you. but I would love to meet, any kind of, watch aficionado or anybody who's interested in this piece, because it is a unique one. My friend Vlad, I said he's, him and I are collaborating to do some things together. He's incredibly resourceful at coming up with pieces. I know this is not an easy piece to find, this one or just the regular black one, the non-Cameron edition. So if you're interested, I would love to help you find one. So don't be afraid of the Rolex DeepSea Sea-Dweller, my friends. It's big, it wears a little smaller, and you should get one if you want one. That'll wrap it up for this time, guys. If you have any feedback, as always, I love comments on my channel and anything I'm doing. This is the first time I'm doing any kind of wrist shot, so again, I apologize for the reflections, but we'll do a deeper review next time. And again, I can't wait to share the review that Tristano and Federico are going to do with this, because I'm not sure when they'll air it, but I'll make sure I link it so you guys get a chance to see that too, because I would love to hear their opinions. There's not two better guys who can really, tell you more about it. So for the moment, we'll wrap it up. Be amazing, guys. Can't wait to be back again for my next show.